What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is our week 1 in the MLP. This week we're taking on Jewnbug, and this team is so scary. I think it's way too passive. They're gonna have to run like Mew and Zapdos and Zygarde like offensive all the time. But a scary team. I hate taking on Mega Venusaurs. I absolutely hate it. Zapdos I'm kind of okay with, and Zygarde and Mew I'm not a fan whatsoever. But let's go ahead and jump straight into this battle. I had a weird team, like a really weird team. I kind of changed the team at the last minute. I had like a Cosmic Power set up for Jirachi because there was no Dark type on this team. But then like I started calcing the damage, and like I needed like +6 Cosmic Powers to do anything to Zygarde. But by then and I was Shook-a-Berry. But like by then, like his 1,000 arrows were just killing anyway, like a 2-hit KO and a 3-hit KO. Like, I mean, it would just be too much. So I have a really weird set on this Jirachi. I don't quite remember the entire thing. I think it was like Sub, Toxic, Stealth Rocks, U-Turn or something like that, or Psychic, or no, it was Psychic. It was Psychic. I was Psychic over U-Turn, I believe. So they go ahead and get the Thunder Wave off on me, and that's going to be Wish, dude. I don't know what my set was. It's like Wish, Psychic, Substitute, Toxic is what the set was. I get paired here as I Psychicked, and that was going to do like 60% min, I think, or something like that. Something crazy, dude. That was such a bad turn for me. It's good that it didn't show Toxic, I guess, but it sucks really bad that I didn't hit this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and knock off my leftovers, which it sucks pretty bad as I get paired again on the second Psychic, and I'm like, oh my god, dude. So I'm just going to go ahead and Wish and Toxic this thing right here and try to see this thing has Heal Bell, which it does, which kind of sucks, but I'm like, this thing can't really touch my Jirachi, and I can just kind of sit here passing Toxics off on this thing all day long, and that crit I don't think mattered at all. I'm going to go straight into my Steel Valley Grass, as I do have Ice Beam on this thing, and it's going to stop this from doing any damage to me. As you can see, it did, was at 23%, and the Ice Beam is going to scare this thing off. I was going to go ahead and Parting Shot, as I was like, there's no way he's going to stay in and waste more HP on this thing. And now I want to get my screens up. No, Calm Mind. I'm Calm Mind this week. I'm Calm Mind this week, not screens. I'm mixing like 2 leagues together right now. I wanted to gauge damage on this thing, and I knew it was probably going to go for Toxic anyways. So now, oh, dude, I gotta put YouTube Red on this crap. I say this is like the 3rd battle in a row that I haven't done this yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and Psychic again here, believing he might be like Wish stalling, but I'm gonna go ahead and Thunder Wave as well. As getting Thunder Wave off on this Mew is nice, as long as I can keep the Vaporeon away from clicking Heal Bell. As I'm gonna get a good chunk of damage and a Spadef drop on this thing as they Volt Switch out. I'm like, this is a weird Mew set. Like I really think Mew needs to be offensive on this team, and so having a Volt Switch soft boiled set is, I don't think it's the right move, to be honest. But we're gonna go ahead and go and get a huge Psychic off on this thing as we go ahead and finally die to the Iron Head. But leaving this thing low is absolutely great for my Jirachis. I'm pretty positive there's nothing this thing can do to me with the set that is shown so far. I'm going to go ahead and Wish up again, as he's going to most likely, in my head, click Soft Boiled here. I can't remember exactly what they said, but it was either they clicked D-Gleam here or they clicked Soft Boiled here. I don't remember. I really don't remember. But they do get paralyzed here, as I do get a free Wicked Blow off. I was about to say I get a crit. I get static on the first one. That's 30%. I get static on 30%, and I'm like, I would have 2-hit KO this thing. I'm Choice Banded on this thing. I would have 2-hit KO it. I'm pretty positive I'm faster, unless they're max speed, which would just be insane. I think they were Scarfed. I think I could be mixing. No, they're not Scarfed. I could be mixing 2 things together, but I'll go ahead and Wicked Blow this thing again, as they can't really stay in all that much. And I'm going to go ahead and predict the Roost again. Or they Heavy Duty Boots? I think they're Boots, not Scarf. I'm dumb, dude. I'm mad dumb. This thing being in at 50% is pretty nice. I cannot take that Scald whatsoever, but I should be able to take the Scald fairly well with my Dragapult. I mean, Urshifu. But now he has like no switch ins. Other than I thought the Cobalion might come in to try and take the Wicked Blow. But now the Venusaur comes in. Venusaur gets 2-hit KO'd by Wicked Blow. But I know this Venusaur can absolutely not touch my Jirachi here. As I get paralyzed again. Fully paralyzed. So fully paralyzed is a 25% chance. And it's happened like 3 or 4 times to me so far. And once to the Mew. Like, come on. Like, it's insane. And we get it again on the next turn that I was going to totally Toxic on again. And I'm like, this is so frustrating. Like, this is why I start using Thunder Wave more often. I use Thunder Wave more often after this battle than I have in months. I'm going to go ahead and Wish up again. As they're gonna go straight into their Zygarde, which is absolutely fine with me, as I've wished, and now I can go straight into my Silvally and get my Silvally back to full. And I can stop this Zygarde no matter what it wants to do, as long as it doesn't have like Toxic or anything like that. As they're going to stop again, which is really good on my Toxic. I thought they might swap. But without their own Toxic, it's just rinse and repeat. Their 1,000 arrows don't do like any damage to us. I can Ice Beam here and get a little bit of chip before I Parting Shot out. Right back in and just sack this Jirachi. I don't really need it at all anymore. The crit not mattering either, but I can threaten this thing out. I can go ahead and Hone Claws up, as I believe a Hone Claws +1 Stone Edge knocks this thing out here. That's why I went, no, 2. I needed 2, and I can live a Scald. But oh, that's right. They've shown that they didn't have Scald at this point. That's why I did this. They've shown that they don't have Scald, and so I don't really care about this Toxic damage, to be honest. I can kind of just break through this team now. I'm +2, and if they miss that Toxic, I just win. I just straight up win the whole game if they miss that Toxic. But I'll go ahead and Stone Edge and knock this thing out at +2. And them not having Scald was absolutely huge. Oh, dude, seriously? A 15-second ad? Go away. Monster. Anyways, I make the misplay here. I'm so dumb, dude. I'm so dumb. I could have just swept from here. Could have just swept from here. I just click, or most of the way, basically most of the way. If I clicked Wing Attack, which Wing Attack killed Mew 100% of the time, or Aerial Ace, whatever I've got one of the two. It killed Mew 100% of the time. It dealt with Zygarde coming in, it dealt with Venusaur coming in, it dealt with Cobalion coming in, but instead I clicked Stone Edge like an idiot. And then they're going to go ahead and sack off this Cobalion, which is absolutely great for me, because if you look at what I have left, I have Exploud dies to close combat if it had it. I don't remember if they sent me the sets or not. Dragapult, since it was paralyzed, most likely dies to close combat if they have it. And then Silvally is not really wanting to take 2 of them. So them sacking this thing is massive for me. Absolutely massive for me. I'm guessing they didn't have close combat. But incoming Mew now, as I'm going to go ahead and Wing Attack. And I do believe I live... No, I die. I have exactly 1 HP less than I needed. Or 1% less than I needed. I go into this so I can Parting Shot into anything that I want. And I'm going to go straight into my Urshifu, as I didn't think that they were going to knock off there. And I should be able to get a Wicked Blow off, but... And which it would have put it at like 10% or something crazy, like, and I get paralyzed again. And that was my 5th fully paralyzed turn right there for me, and having 1 fully paralyzed turn for them. 25% is such a lie, dude. It's such a lie. But we're gonna go ahead and lose our Dragapult here, which absolutely blows. But Exploud is a monster, OHKOing the Zygarde here. And we should be able to 2-hit KO this thing. Doesn't matter what they're going to go for. Boom Burst, putting in the maddest of work, as we are able to eat 2 Sludge Bombs and knock them out with 2 Boom Bursts, picking up that 2-0 win here. GG's to Jewnbug. I did call them the Hacks Lord, which I was just so frustrated. Even though I won this game, I was so frustrated throughout that battle. Like, each paralysis just kind of ticked me off into like a new level of just being just so pissed. It's fully paras, even when you're in a winning position, is just so frustrating. It's just so freaking frustrating. Like, it's insane. you're trying to click a move and you know that you want that. If you get that move off, you're in a good position, and then it just puts you so far behind getting fully parried. Like, even if it's not even that big of a move, like the Wicked Blow from my Urshifu wasn't even going to kill the Venusaur. It was putting it at just pretty low so that like even Silvally could deal with it, possibly. But that sucked. That sucked bad. But we do pick up the win, so I can't complain too much. Anyways, I will see you guys in week 2. We are taking on, I don't know if this is exactly how you say it, Knife? Oh, God. If anyone from here watches it, it's going to roast me. Oh, jeez. Anyway, we're taking on Neath next week. So I will see you guys then. Peace out.